And in order to distract me from almost saying anything else that'll bring back strange memories, please, everybody, welcome on in tsumewulf with some Tekken.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. This is Rack Hudson with tsumewulf, and we're about to do some Tekken 8. How you doing today, tsumewulf? You ready?
Oh, I'm been ready. I have been ready since I woke up at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we were running a little bit of practice before this. I can tell you're hype.
Very hype. So this is arcade battle on easy difficulty with Kuma. He's not the fastest. He's big. He's bear. I mean, who expects a bear to be fast? So there's a lot of randomness. The way this works is, the first 3 stages. There's 8 total stages. The first 4 are against the computer itself. Then stages 5 through 7 are what's called Ghost. So it's like what the computer copied from other players, and depending on how many perfects I get per match, I get a different boss for the final round. So it's interesting and hard.
And you said there were like 3, 4, 5 different potential options for the final boss, and there's this whole algorithm that decides who you get to play at the end. Is that right?
There are 4 total bosses, and if you haven't beat the story mode, you only get access to 2 of them. If you don't get any perfects, you get 1 boss, and the more perfects you get depends on which boss you get. So if I get 3 perfects in this run, then I get one of the hardest bosses, because all of his moves will just regenerate his health, which is broken in my opinion.
And you were telling me earlier, this is not exactly something that you have a lot of control over. You can't really force it, because you were telling me if you're trying to dodge a perfect here or there, you might just end up eating a whole bunch of time waiting for your, computer opponent to land a hit, huh?
Oh yeah. It is go fast, but there's going to be occasions where I just get like 3 perfects, or I'll get like 2 perfects. So we'll just have to see what boss I get. I won't know. Nobody knows.
Well, I'm sure that everybody's glad that you're playing Kuma. This is a very furry-friendly character right here. Everyone's hyped to see Kuma for sure.
There were some people in the chat that were talking about wanting to see King, but I'm going to go with Kuma here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with King, that's for sure.
There is nothing wrong with King, but he is very technical. He is a grappler, and I am not good with him. This run would be longer if I used King.
And Kuma does have some pretty damaging combos, help you rack up that damage and end those rounds quickly.
He does. But Ian, if you're ready, I will start the run.
It's all up to you, my good buddy.
All right. 3, 2, 1, start.
Yeah, so on this run, the timer does begin as you select your character. You got to be menuing through all this. Having a solid state drive, I'm sure, helps with a game like this, doesn't it?
Yeah, and pressing the start button will get rid of the cutscenes.
We're starting out with Lee here, a slide character. Throwing out like the back ones, all these armor moves. Ooh. Nice launch right there. And stomp all over him. First round in the books quick. We love to see it.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna get on my soapbox real quick, because there's this perception of Tekken 8 being like a very difficult game, and you better been playing since Tekken 2 if you. I don't believe it. This is a very beginner friendly game. You can make all kinds of cool stuff happen.
Yeah. It is beginner friendly, especially with this iteration, because if you use the normal control scheme it comes with, depending on if you're on PlayStation using the PlayStation controller or an Xbox, for PlayStation it would be L1. for Xbox to be the right bumper. They have what's called a special style, and what that does is it pretty much simplifies all your button presses to just your face buttons and directional, so you don't even have to worry about.
It doesn't impact the frame data or anything like that. The moves don't come any slower. It just maybe limits your move set. Tekken is infamous for having characters with 100+ moves, and the special style does help kind of dial that down a little bit. Got an Alyssa right here, very funky character to fight against, very evasive.
Making it simpler is good for people like me who think that Smash sometimes is starting to cap out the number of buttons I can handle at once.
Yeah.
And look, hot take or not, Smash is a fighting game. I know that's a whole argument right there. Come on now. Yes. It might be a party fighting game, but it's a fighting game. What else is it?
Yeah. And Ian, if you're got any donations to read out, you can totally read those out right now.
I want to point out we are still pushing towards the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 bonus game incentive, but I absolutely want to get these hot takes in donations. Yell at me in donations about whether or not Smash is a fighting game. Or make your claim for something else being a fighting game that might not be.
And I'll put this out there too. Any complaints about characters being OP must be in donations. If you're going to complain about a Tekken character being OP, I better see it in a donation.
I mean, it is a good way. Like, let's get that bonus game for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. It's a classic. It deserves to be shown in the speedrun.
Cerdo Skunk points out Mario Party is a fighting game because it makes me want to fight my friends IRL.
Okay, if we're gonna go that way, then honestly, Mario Kart itself is a fighting game because that just destroys friendships.
Fighting game is my favorite Final Fantasy.
Musume right now is tearing through these fighters like it's wet tissue. Oh my god. June is what, our 4th character already? What was it?
Yep.
Is this 3rd or 4th? Oh my goodness, you're
flying.
flying.
This is 4th. And I've already gotten 1 perfect off of this. So, as it stands right now, if I don't get another perfect, I will be fighting the boss Azazel, which is like who's a devil. And we were talking about King earlier, and here's King.
Demon risen from hell.
Yeah, and we were talking about King, and here he is.
There, Ruby, are you happy?
All of a sudden, Chad is rooting for the speedrun to slow the hell down.
Sorry, it's not gonna happen. Oh,
we got our first rage art. Oh no, that is a big time loss right there. Probably not a danger for losing the round, but you gotta watch this whole cinematic. Hey, here's a little movie for you.
Yeah, and if I get to the point where I can trigger Kuma's, it's hilarious because with his rate, I can trigger it. So he just
Kuma's got one of the funniest rage arts in this game.
This is just like the funniest thing I've ever seen, and I just had to, just for the sake of the run.
The fish missile at you. It's the fishel. The fish missile? The fish
I mean,
missile.
What? He uses it as a baseball bat first, and then just like it turns into a rock. He's like, what?
Chat was pointing out how much of a tragedy it was to have to see, more King.
And just like that, King is gone. Sorry, King. Bye, King. We missed you.
Yep, and we have
another quick round.
2 perfects. We're now on 2
and we're
perfects,
into the ghost matches now, aren't we?
Yes.
Ghosts a new feature for Tekken 8. Whenever you play online, the game is intended to kind of judge how you play and create kind of an AI of yourself. So right now, Sume is playing AIs of just random Tekken 8 players from all around the globe.
Yes.
There's some Yoshimitsu player out there who's getting embarrassed on a furry stream right now. They have no idea.
Yeah. And also, in Arcade Quest, it actually will create your own ghosts. based off of whatever character you use. So if you mainly use King, then you'll have one made of King, and it learns as you fight it.
So you're
It's
saying
not
as
perfect,
you get
but it is
better.
fun.
So you're saying I should be playing this so that people will have a lot easier time in the speed run.
It'd be one way to improve
Oh.
the times.
Maybe, yeah. But
The one way I know that they're accurate is my ghost is always dropping the combos. That's how I know it's real.
yeah.
Mine wouldn't know what a
And-
combo is, so.
So this is the last stage before the boss. And I try to skip all of the cutscenes because they do take away from the time.
I feel like the practice we were doing earlier is paying off. You were absolutely
Oh.
tearing through these rounds. We got the floor break
And-
there. This is my favorite level, by the way. I love this stage. All kinds of 1-1-1s. That 1-1-1 is a menace on Kuma. Ooh, with the heat smash. Hit him with the fish. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Get salmoned. Get salmoned, nerd.
And we're just gonna go in for this.
Now, very appropriate for our charity today that we would be fighting Leo. Leo, if you do not play Tekken, Leo does not have a gender.
They appear male, but and even
Shouldn't they win then?
sound Leo is a they them.
Hey, same.
Like, there in past iterations of Tekken, like in certain customizations, like bikinis and stuff like that, Leo was the only quote-unquote male character who would be allowed to wear the bikinis, but would also wear, like, the male cosmetics as well.
Yeah,
Like, they're committed to it.
they
So we stand Leo in the stream. Oh, true Devil
we have-
Kazuya, wow.
Yeah, so this is what happens if you get 2 perfect. You get him. You get Angel Jin if you get 3. And you get his Devil Kazuya's regular form if you get no perfect at all. So I was insane for getting 2 perfects. Because I have
this is-
not practiced it. And he's recovering his health. But that's within the bit of recoverable health. That is a thing that Tekken has. There's a section of the bar of your health bar after you take damage that you can recover your health from, but not the whole health bar.
And would this be the final round? Our timer should stop after this.
Yeah. So
When
the
exactly
timer
does the
will stop
timer stop?
when I get the final hit on the boss. And that crystal crap is what kills me on Azazel every time. Because if he gets it, then that is literally a frame block. And that is time.
Let's go. That felt quick.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
felt-
looked quick.
I don't even know how
PB?
fast it was.
Would you like to know how quick?
Please tell me.
How about 9:34 and a half?
Ooh, nice. Not
That
quite a
actually
PB,
was
though.
not. It was not a PB, unfortunately. That the PB currently is 8 minutes and 17 seconds.
Still a
Oh,
really
wait.
clean run, and this being one of those runs that definitely has a lot of the random element aspect to it, doesn't it? The RNG.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. And
So you-
see, if I really wanted to try and break world record for arcade battle, I would have to switch to Lily and just use one technique over and over because world
Yeah, you
record is
said-
like 5 minutes.
Is the scoreboard switched up between characters or split up between characters?
It is honestly, like the insanity that the lead runner for every single main category for Tekken 8 has is insanity.
That was a really clean run. Great job there. Should we celebrate with maybe a donation read?
Yes, let's do that.
I think we're about prime for a donation train. After all, you did help indulge the audience by extending it out with a little bit more, like letting them see a little bit of King. You know, they wanted.
Yeah.
Some folks wanted to see
Everybody
King.
got what they wanted.
Yeah, no, everybody got what they
Exactly.
wanted. Folks, absolutely show your love to this absolutely blazing fast and awesome run by tsumewulf. I dare you to do some sort of donation trade. How many perfects did you get there?
I got 2. When I practiced this 2 days ago, I actually got 3. Oh, well, okay, I'm getting follows. That's what that is. Because I'm like, oh, let me just enable it to where I get confetti when I get follows. That's what that was. Because I don't have my OBS open. I had the portable one. So, yeah. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Holy crap.
Here, I thought you were just celebrating the run.
And may as
No.
well.
May as well at this point. But yeah, I currently do not regularly stream because I am about to start college again. The life of a college student with a full-time job, so much fun. But
God love ya.
yeah. But you know, I'm a variety streamer. I play a little bit of everything. I just don't stick with one thing. I just can't speedrun anything but Tekken 8.
Well, you do an incredible job of it, and thank you so much for that.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Man, thank you for
Like,
having us on.
Exactly. Thank you for letting me do this. And Rack, Hudson, thank you for being my commentator for this.
Always happy to support a charity like Trans Lifeline.
Exactly. You ought to get those donations in, guys. We gotta trans rights. Okay, trans rights.
One more big round of applause there for tsumewulf. That was impressive. I mean, watching folks who are actually good at fighting games do good at fighting games that's always an incredible sight. Alright, folks. One more time here, just as a reminder, what we're out here doing. We are out here watching Fastest Furs Fall Fest 2024 in support of Trans Lifeline. We are proud to be raising money for Trans Lifeline for the 5th consecutive year. Founded in 2014, Trans Lifeline is a crisis and peer support hotline run by trans people for trans and questioning callers. Calls to Trans Lifeline are fully anonymous, confidential, and use informed consent when connecting to resources outside of the hotline. Operating in both the US and Canada, Trans Lifeline needs our help to meet the ongoing demand for their services. We hope you consider joining us in supporting their life-saving work by using the command !donate in chat. For more information, please visit www.translifeline.org. I mean, I know I'm going to. For now, though, I have to take my leave. So we're going to check out a cool interview here with our buddy Rad and Risuru, who will be running the Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut coming up soon. Thank you so much for everything.
Good afternoon, Fastest Furs. Rad back with another awesome runner, this time a silly goose. Risu will be running Sonic Adventure DX Small Stories KAG for us a little bit later in the marathon. Thank you so much for joining me, Risu.
Thank you for having me.
So I usually start by asking, how'd you get into speedrunning? What's your speedrunning history? And I took a look, and it's basically all Sonic. So instead, I'm going to flip the script a little bit and ask, how did you get into Sonic? What is your Sonic history?
Okay, it's also very silly. So what happened? So I've always enjoyed Sonic. And it's always been kind of like an on and off thing. Like, I was like, kindergarten, I was like really into it, and then you fall out of it, and then I'm into it again. And then once I was in college, I was actually really big in the cosplay scene. I mean, I still am, but like one year in particular, I was like, yo, it'd be really funny if I cosplayed Shadow the Hedgehog, like, as a joke. And then, like, I made a whole cosplay, and then that, like, lit a match or something. And then everything just kinda turned into Sonic, and then, a good friend of mine, she was like, "You know, maybe you should speedrun Sonic." I'm like, and here we are.
Yeah, I did see Shadow the Hedgehog on that list. How did you enjoy running Shadow?
I do actually enjoy it. I need to get back to it, but I definitely that's a very unique game, and it has a lot of different like tech that's involved with it, and it's just kind of a nice breath of fresh air in some occasions, and then other times I want to throw the controller, you know. So
Totally fair. So, okay,
Mhm.
for this marathon, not Shadow, we're talking about Sonic Adventure.
Yes,
Specifically the small stories, quote unquote, right? Which is Knuckles, Amy, and Gamma, right?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
I'm glad I got that right. It'd be really awkward if I didn't. Uh, why that category, and what do you find interesting about it?
So that's like a really nice smaller, shorter kind of category. This is actually in our category extensions. If you swing over to the speedrun.com page, it's not going to be on the main leaderboards. They were like, okay, well, on average, you can do these 3 stories in the same amount of time you can do one of Sonic's story. So it kind of lets you experience a little bit more of the game as a whole, while not taking up like the amount of time that it would take to do the entire game. So like for reference, the entire game I would say on average is about maybe 2 hours. It's a nice good chunk of time. It's not like too long, it's not too short. I personally think it's perfect for like marathon settings like this.
Yeah, much more reasonable. You love the
Mhm.
game, but you don't have to devote that much time. All right, I
Exactly.
dig that. So Sonic communities can be pretty large, right? Like when you enter a speedrun community for a game that popular, you're probably looking at a pretty tall order to take a top spot leaderboard position at near the top percentage. Um, how
Mhm.
do you feel about that? Do you just does it not really bother you, or do you kind of what do you how do you feel being in a larger speedrun community?
Gotcha. Yeah, so it is a little intimidating on some occasions. But a lot of my like I guess mantra with speedrunning is it's me against myself. So as I'm running, I'm really only comparing my times to what I can do already. So my leaderboard placement, if I have any like goal for it, it's like for me personally. I wouldn't say like I have like rivals or people that I'm trying to beat. There may be some friendly rivalry on some occasions in certain parts of the leaderboard, but for the most part, I'm definitely just kind of like going at my own pace. If you're like, oh well, I'm not in the top 10, like that could be like the top 1%. Like that's bananas. So like if you're aiming for that like on the Minecraft boards, like man, good luck.
Yeah, well, to be honest, you kind of took the advice out of my mouth. That's exactly what I tell people to do. Is not it's
Yeah.
it's like you got to find the goal that you're happy with, and almost try to
Mhm.
ignore the rest of the leaderboard while also getting help from those people. But it's more about the community building aspect than the competitive aspect, at least to me. Anyway,
No, I agree wholeheartedly.
so you've run this game a little bit, and I've peeked
Mhm.
at some of your previous runs, and you mentioned there's a lot of RNG, specifically, the Knuckles segment that's early. You have to deal with a lot of RNG. How do you manage that? Does it impact your morale and like resetting a lot, or is it something you kind of thrive off of? How does that feel to you?
So I don't actively go out of my way to run Knuckles by himself as much as I like used to. So I've kind of like conditioned myself to understand that like, hey, the time I get isn't my like a reflection of my skill necessarily. However, my reaction to how I deal with it and how I recover from that is going to be a reflection on my skill. So I need to be thinking ahead, thinking of like plan Bs in the event that, something just not great happens. So um yeah, I just do my best.
Yeah, that's a great attitude. I wish I could say I dealt with it that good, but sometimes resetting hurts. But yeah.
No, it does.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like, eh.
you do the best you can. As long as you know it's not your fault. It's never my fault. Anyway.
No.
So small stories. There we do have one big incentive. I'm sorry in advance. Big the Cat. We're trying to add Big the Cat. The donations to Trans Lifeline can unlock an incentive to run a fourth story, Big the Cat's story, or should I say story? I tried.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Anyway, tell me
No, that
about
was
Big
really
the Cat
good.
story.
That was really good.
Okay,
That was
okay.
great.
Why should we add a
Oh my
fourth
god,
story?
Big? Why should we? Oh my gosh. So Big the Cat is the first category I actually did when I started picking up Sonic Adventure.
Ah, okay.
Also like kind of as a joke, and then I got really serious about it, and then eventually I was like within the top 10. But he is our big fluffy pal. He is on a mission to rescue his best friend Froggy. He wants nothing to do with this like taking over the world stuff. His entire story is literally he just wants his friend back.
Okay, cool. Well, I would like to see that. So chat, please make sure we unlock that incentive. One last question I have is today I am blessed with the presence of this goose, this wonderful VTuber model. Please tell me, Risu, why a goose? Give me your goose lore.
Oh, okay, so I have a website with full lore. My tongue is freaking out. Hold on. So anyway, I don't know. I was just like, man, I'm a silly goose, and I kind of went with that. But if you'd like the full lore, I am a silly goose who lives near an arcade, and I wanted to go into the arcade, but every time I went in, the security guards kicked me out. So we do be honking.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Risu, thank you so much for joining for this interview. Thank you for joining Fastest Furs Marathon and running Sonic Adventure to help raise money for Trans Lifeline. I know we all appreciate it, and I cannot wait to see this small stories run.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to perform that for y'all and help out a great cause. So thanks again.
And hello everyone, hello there, how you doing ladies, gentlemen, and our non-binary friends. Welcome to day numero dos of Fastest First Fall Festival 2024 in support of Trans Lifeline. How you doing? Are you having a good time? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you pumped at seeing all these amazing runs yesterday and also today and also happening for the rest of the day and then also for Saturday and also Sunday? We've got so much more to show you. And I am so happy to be hosting you during the Sonic block. It's going to be so good. Can't wait for that. As I said, you are watching Fastest First Fall Fest 2024 in support of Trans Lifeline. We are proud to be raising money for Trans Lifeline for the 5th consecutive year. Founded in 2024, Trans Lifeline is a crisis and peer support hotline ran by trans people for trans and questioning callers. Calls to Trans Lifeline are fully anonymous, confidential, and use informed consent when connecting to resources outside of the hotline. Operating in both the US and Canada, Trans Lifeline needs our help to meet the ongoing demand for their services, and we hope you consider joining us in supporting their life-saving work by using the command !donate in chat. For more information, visit www.translifeline.org. And as I see, we're currently at $4,732, which is absolutely amazing. I know we can raise more money, but so far coming up to under 5K in just the second day is incredible. So thank you all so much for your kindness and generosity. Just to let you know that we do have coming up very, very soon with Focus Sight. We're going to be doing a Sonic Heroes run, and that's a Team Chaotix limited tech selection run. So get ready for that. It's going to be all of the hype on this. I've been seeing Focus working hard, learning some tech, trying to get ready, pumping you all up. So get ready for an epic, way past cool Sonic Heroes run. Just to let you know that we do have some incentives happening. First off, the Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut run. We can add Big the Cat. We can add big story to that. That's the target goal, $500. But also, big one here, bonus game. It's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. We need to get $1,000 as our target goal for that. Currently, it's at $160. I know we can get there, completing the Sonic block and getting some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 action. So, if you want to see that, you know what you have to do. Get on your board and do a muck twist over to the donation page and get those donations in if you want to see some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 action. Just to let you all know that we do have a couple of donations that have come in right now. First off, Rack Hudson with $10. No comment, but they have added it to the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 bonus game. Thank you so much, D, for that, Rack. And then also, Lumi coming in with $20. They have added it into the Big the Cat story, and they say, "Hey Andy, it's Knuckles from Pumpkin Hill." And you don't want to see Knuckles when he chuckles, you know. Thank you very much indeed, Lumi, for the $20 and Rack for the $10.